So over my years, I had a lot of IT and technology professionals working for me, and we were all supporting an artist community of computer graphic artists and creatives. And in the background, the support teams would often complain about how the artists were moody, were explosive, were emotional, were angry, were volatile, all these things. And I would often explain to them, this is the level of scrutiny that the artists are going under. Multiple times a day, whole teams of people are scrutinizing each and every step that they do, each and every pixel that they've changed. And then at the end of the day, those artists have to submit all this work to the farm. Now, hopefully when they show up in the morning and they go to that morning session to have everyone look at their work, hopefully it's there, but sometimes render farms don't finish all the work. And even though it may not be the artist's fault, when the director or the visual effects supervisor, whoever's there says, hey, let's take a look at this shot. And that person goes, oh, sorry, I don't have it ready because it wasn't finished on the farm. Sure, maybe it's not the artist's fault, but now they have to explain to their bosses that the work isn't ready. Can you imagine this pressure? IT folks, let's imagine this. Every morning you come in, and the first thing you do in the morning is you go into a room with all your fellow IT professionals, and you sit down and you open up your help desk ticket. And we look at the tickets you closed the day before. We look at how you closed them. We looked at how fast and how long it took you. And then we're going to give the boss gives you feedback. Hey, next time you close a ticket like this, make sure you do this. Next time you see a ticket like that, close it like that. And they go through each employee, and you all have to watch each other, sort of have your work put up on a screen so everyone can go through all your tickets, and then you head out onto the floor. And sometime in the middle of the day, your boss and a couple other folks are going to come by and say, hey, let's take a look at your ticket queue. Let's go through your tickets and see how you've done in the last couple of hours. Let's see if you've been doing it the way we expect, and if it's looking okay, great. And then you work all day, and then towards the end of the day, hey, it's time for a team of folks to look at your work and to see if you did good work again. And I could never be an artist. And working with artists, one thing I realized is I could never handle the scrutiny, the daily scrutiny that artists are put under, where each and every day their artistic work, their work style, their work rate is constantly being scrutinized by a team of production folks and creative supervisors. And then at the end of the day, they submit all their stuff to the farm. They hope it's there the next morning. And when they come in, it's that whole thing the next day. The reality is every IT professional I know, if they were under that level of scrutiny all throughout every day, they would all quit. But these artists do it because they love it, because they love the passion of the projects. They love creating all of this great stuff that you get to go see in the movie theaters. And with that comes a huge burden of 40, 50, 60-hour weeks with that type of pressure. So when you do see that the artists are a little frustrated, when you see that they're getting a little angry or a little running on a short fuse, understand why. They're under immense amounts of pressure, not to mention the production staff and the supervisors that have all that artist angst underneath them. It is high pressure stuff. So please, if you're in a support role at a studio, if you're an IT professional, if you're in payroll, you're accounting, or if you're in human resources, or if you're doing facilities, or you're running the front office, and these artists, they do seem a little tense to you, try to operate with a sense of empathy for how much pressure they're under. And if you just keep that in mind, you might find that your interaction with these artists becomes a lot more pleasant. Thank you very much.